Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am Faye or Mandy, you know, whichever works for me. Welcome to Faewood Mead. I appreciate you joining us. As you can see, I already have some kind of product going here. I kind of started this mead a little unconventionally. The entire beginning process was all filmed with my phone, for one thing. Because at this point, the mead has already fermented and I've already used all of the peaches that I need to use. And I filmed none of that on an actual camera. So I'm just gonna kind of describe to you what I did, and you will see along the way here. So my idea behind this is a peaches and cream. I wanted to give peaches another go. I did want to make another peach pie, but I don't know. For some reason, I didn't really think ahead to that so much. I got my peaches from an orchard and it was something insane, like a half a peck for $7 or something. And I really wish that I got more because they were so good. Now, when you're working with fruit, the riper the fruit is, the more flavorful the fruit is, the more of that comes in your mead. So if you're buying peaches from the grocery store and you taste one and it's like watery and not very flavorful, then that's what it's gonna impart into your mead. So you really wanna get the most flavorful fruits possible. I have not tried this yet. We'll see how it is. So starting off the top here. So for 5 pounds of peaches, all fresh, I did not freeze these peaches, and I kept the skins on this time for added flavor and tannin. I don't know why somewhere I read that you should take the skins off your peaches, but then everyone I've talked to about it never take skin off. I took the fresh peaches, I added 1/8 a teaspoon of pectic enzyme. Doesn't seem like very much to me, but I just, I followed the instructions. And I added 2 pounds of orange blossom honey to that fruit, and I let it all sit overnight. So the next day I did add 2.5 grams of GoFerm and 1.9 grams of Opti-White with my 71B yeast. And I added about 12 cups of water. And my original gravity came out to 1.060. So about 2 weeks later or so, I did rack and stabilize this mead. The gravity went down to 1.00, perfect. And then about 5 days later, I added a second peach bag. So I wanted to add more peaches in the secondary. I'll put on the screen how many pounds that was because I did not write that down, but I'm sure I filmed it. Fingers crossed. And then about another 2 weeks later or so, I removed that peach bag and here we are. So I'm going to try this, add honey, add, if I need acid, if I need tannin, and of course lactose. Because it is peaches and cream, maybe I'll add some vanilla as well. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm curious about the quality of peachiness that I have here. There's a nice peachiness on the nose. Definitely smells a little bit more true peach than my other peach mead. Ooh, oh my God. Yeah, here we go. That is more of what I expected. This is much more of like a peach flavor that that's what I was striving for to begin with. That's good. Use lots of peaches, lots of them. Acid, I don't think it needs it. There's an acid bite right at the top. Maybe lactic acid. Because lactic acid, although it's an acid, it does help smooth out other acids present. It kind of makes things a little bit rounder. And it needs tannin. I'll add a little bit more than 1/8. I'm just gonna do 1/8 of that. Let's see. There's a half. I'm trying to think of what kind of honey I want in here. I don't want anything that's gonna overtake the peaches. I need it to be complementary. I'd already smoothed it out. I'm gonna take a very small amount of meadow foam and put some of this in. That is good, but then I don't know if I'm gonna turn it too meadow foamy. I don't know, that's pretty magical because meadow foam is like very sweet, marshmallowy, think I'm gonna take some of this. There's only a half jar. Warm it up, add it, see how I feel about it. Because these two are a really good pairing. Let's see where this is now. That is complimentary. I'm putting the rest of this meadow foam in there. Holy moly. All right, so from here on, if I feel like this needs any more sweetness, I'm just gonna add like a regular clover honey, because again, I don't want this to just straight up taste like marshmallows. I do want it to taste peachy. And I was right, adding more honey definitely brought that acidity down. Yeah, that's nice. Do I want more lactose though? Just a little bit more, because I do want it to be creamy. And I do want to take a gravity reading just to see exactly how much sugar I added. It's not even 1.020. It's like 1.018. And I think this could be a little bit sweeter. I'm gonna get some clover honey in there, down the hatch. Oh, it's still a little clumpy. All right, let's recheck this gravity. 1.032. Granted, I did not weigh how much honey I added, but just visually, I did about 50-50. This is about 50-50 meadow foam clover honey. All right, let's see. The honey like increased the peach smell. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm very happy with that. Don't need to do anything else to it. We'll let it sit, let it clear. It's gonna take a while. If it doesn't clear on its own, then I'll just add a clearing agent. Lactose and meadow foam honey. Who'd have thought? Perfect creamy combo there, I feel like. I'm stoked on it. And yeah, we'll see you again when it's clear and ready to bottle. The peach re-fermented. It re-fermented, and it's been 3 months, maybe? I started this in like July, like in peach season. It was so good. I went to Texas, came back, and it had completely re-fermented, and now it is a different beast. It even sat on like more peaches. I mean, it was peaches upon peaches. It was like peachy, peach flavor. It was so good. The meadow foam with the marshmallowiness is so good. And now, well, I'm gonna tell you what it tastes like now. I think it was just too many things that like yeast love, you know? And it just kicked itself back into gear. I must not have used enough stabilizer. It still smells like peach. It's definitely peachy on the nose, but it's more of a it's a fermented peach. It's not like fresh peaches or anything. It has an acidity. It does end in a marshmallowiness, but it's not anywhere near as pronounced as if the honey didn't get fermented. It's just like a little bit disappointing, you know? Because obviously fermentation changes the flavors. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a gravity reading, stabilize it again, and back sweeten it again. It's about 1.008. I'm gonna stabilize it. And I will see you next time I see you. The time has come to taste peaches and cream. Peaches and cream. It has only been in the bottle for about a week, which is not very long, as you know. This ended at about 11%. It needs a little bit of time. What can I say? But That will just make the year tasting even more special, I guess. I don't know. On the nose, peachy. Great, that's what we want. Let me see, I need this to open up a little bit. Yeah, as it opens, the scent becomes actually more of a true peach smell. And you do get that, a little bit of that marshmallowy meadow foaminess on the top, which is great. Let's see how this tastes a week into bottling. Oh wow. That's developed a lot, actually. It's very full on the palate. It does still have that sort of fresh fermented acid vibe that kind of hangs over everything. Once that goes away, hopefully it does, this will be very nice. Of course, if it didn't re-ferment to begin with, this mead would be absolutely delightful. Some fruit, it's like perfect and great and delicious when you ferment it, and then other fruits, you know, you might not want to ferment at all, or you can do a balance, which is what I had initially done, was like a 50-50. And I've kind of noticed 50-50 for a lot of fruits is really good. Because the fermentation does alter the flavor so much in a lot of cases, it is really nice to have that sort of fresh fruit pop on top of that. It just adds more layers, I think. I like the sweetness level on it. It almost has a banana-ish ness to it. I don't know, there's just something about meadow foam. Sort of a marshmallowy, banana-y. There's a lot of floral character here. I'm excited to see what it's like in a year. I feel like I say that every single tasting. I'm excited to see what it's like in a year. Probably partially it's that case because I haven't really, you know, been allowed to let it sit for very long and bottle age before I need to taste it, because I am a little behind on my mead making and my videos. Right now, anyways, until I get ahead, which I am now. I have almost all of my bottleneck like carboys are filled with mead at the moment, and I'm trying to like keep that ramped up so that I can have videos out for you every single week and be able to give the mead a little bit of time. So this is still quite fresh, however, it has matured a lot within a week. I would think in even a couple of months, this will be much more pleasant to drink. Not that it's unpleasant right now, it's just that funk, you know? I mean, it's not even a funk, it's just like a bite. So there's a little bit of a bite in the beginning of it, so give it some time, let it settle. But the idea, I think, is really solid. I would love to try this again this season. The difficult thing is like when you're in a grocery store, you can't just pick up a fruit and try it, right? To see how good it is. And you don't want to have to like make several trips, because you just never know in like the grocery store or wherever you're getting fruit from, like what the quality of the fruit's gonna be. So many times I have bit into a fruit that I am currently chopping for a mead, and I'm like, this tastes a little bland and watery. Oh well, put it in anyway, and then what do you know, I taste the mead and it's like, it tastes like nothing almost, you know? So if you are lucky enough to have orchards nearby-ish anyways, I suggest going there. I feel like the only thing that could make this better is a vanilla bean. I would think a vanilla bean, or even half of a vanilla bean maybe, for this next time. Really flipping good, yeah. Especially if you can't get meadow foam, because meadow foam, I know, is kind of expensive. And a lot of places sell out of it like really quickly if they do get it, because it's grown in such a specific area on the West Coast that, you know, there's only so much meadow foam to go around. And I'm very happy to have some. Thanks, BC, for the meadow foam jars, because holy moly, I love them. I'm also obsessed with marshmallows. Anyways, I will stop rambling. This is a really good one to try this summer. I think, I mean, I would love if any of you try this season to let me know Let me know what you think about it. This or the peach pie, or maybe both, because they both are good. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Be cool. Let me know down below if there are any meads that you would like me to make, or ingredients that you're interested in, that you would want to watch me experiment with. Yes. Thank you for watching. Bye. Bye-bye.